Welcome back to World Wrestlers History, the channel where wrestling legends live forever. Today we step into the pink and black world of a man whose precision, pride, and passion reshaped the very art of professional wrestling. He called himself the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, and for millions of fans around the world, that wasn't just a boast, it was a statement of fact. This is the story of Bret, the Hitman, Hart. It begins not beneath the bright lights of Madison Square Garden, but in the wide-open skies of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It begins in a house filled with 12 children, a legendary father, a determined mother, and a basement that would become one of the most famous training rooms in wrestling history. It is a journey of quiet discipline and explosive greatness, of heartbreak and triumph, of a boy who became the gold standard for technical wrestling. Bret Sergeant Hart entered the world on July 2, 1957, the eighth child of Stu and Helen Hart. The Hart household was anything but ordinary. His father, Stu Hart, was already a respected name in professional wrestling, a former amateur grappler turned promoter whose reputation for toughness was matched only by his love for the sport. His mother, Helen, balanced the chaos of 12 children with warmth and an unshakable sense of order. Inside their large Calgary home, the sounds of laughter, arguments, and the thud of wrestling boots were as common as the prairie wind outside. At the heart of that home was a cold concrete basement that would become legendary across the wrestling world, the dungeon. There, Stu Hart transformed promising young athletes into hardened wrestlers. The dungeon was no ordinary training space, it was a crucible. Stu stretched bodies and spirits to their limits, applying painful submission holds to teach respect for the craft. Aspiring wrestlers would leave dripping with sweat and sometimes tears, but those who survived carried with them the skill and toughness that defined Hart family wrestling. As a young boy, Bret spent countless hours near that basement door, listening to the groans and screams of trainees as his father wrenched them into submission. For many kids, those sounds might have been terrifying. For Bret, they were music, an introduction to a world of discipline and storytelling where every move had meaning. While other children his age were busy with cartoons or playground games, Bret was learning the language of holds and counters, the rhythm of a perfectly executed takedown. Bret's first jobs in wrestling weren't glamorous. He sold programs at his father's Stampede wrestling shows, operated a handheld camera to film local matches, and quietly observed the mechanics of the ring. But every ticket he sold and every frame he filmed sharpened his understanding of the sport. He studied the way a suplex could draw a gasp, how a simple headlock